everybody, I'm Haley. Welcome back. So today I decided to do this olive green warm toned smoky eye, which is perfect for spring since it's not like a black dark smoky eye, but it still has that little pop of color in the green, and it's very flattering to all eye color. Hope you enjoy this video, and let's get into it. So first, before I start anything on my eyes, I wanted to prime them and conceal the veins and redness. So instead of a primer, I chose to take a concealer because that's just my personal preference. I took the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Concealer and set that with any face powder. To start out this look, I am going to be taking the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the color Hammered, which is a very nice olive green color with black undertones, and it looks like this. So I choose to use my ring finger because I believe it goes on better that way and it's easier to apply. And I'm just going to place that on my lid. I don't want to bring it into the crease or above the crease. I just want to keep it concentrated on the lid. And I don't want to bring it too far into the corner because we're going to be blending it out anyways. Okay, so after I have that roughly painted on, it's okay if it looks a little bit funny, that's why we go back in. I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette, which smells so good. It smells like peanut butter. And I'm going to take the color Peanut Butter, which is a nice warm brown. And I'm just going to buff that into my crease. And as the product begins to leave the brush, I'm going to brush it upwards. So this is just to help blend it all out and make the transition smoother between colors. And I just want to roughly get that in there because I'm going to go back in with some darker colors, but I just wanted to have that set down. So next I'm going to be taking my Morphe 35T palette, and I'm going to be taking this color, and it's a nice dark brown color, and I'm going to be taking this crease brush by H&M, and it's a nice fluffy brush. Swirl it in there, and I'm going to place that in the outer half of my eye, keeping it in the crease, not bringing it up at all, because I want it to stay concentrated and I want that depth to be noticeable. So as you can see, I'm just putting my brush in my crease, wiggling it, bringing it back and forth. I'm not lifting up out of my eye. I want to keep my brush on my eyelid. This color is going to help make the transition between the green and the lighter shades easier and more neat. Now I'm going to go back to this brush from e.l.f. and is kind of like a tongue brush if you look at it, but it is thin and it is rounded on the top, and I'm going to be taking this color from the Morphe 35T palette, and it's just a lighter brown with a hint of warm undertones. And I'm going to take that into my crease, and as the product again begins to leave my brush, I'm going to brush upwards. This color I'm going to bring all the way into my inner corner. But now to warm up the look, I'm going to be going back in with that peanut butter shade and using the same brush and just keeping that in my crease and brushing it upwards as the product begins to leave my brush. After that is buffed into my crease, I'm going to be taking this dome or kind of pencil shaped brush or pencil brush, and I'm going to be taking that color Peanut Butter and putting it on my lower lash line, bringing it all the way into my inner corner. When doing a heavy eye look, putting colors on the lower lash line is very important because it helps to balance out the weight on both the upper and lower lashes. So now I'm going to be going back into my Morphe palette and taking that dark brown shade again and putting it on the outer corner of my lower lash line. Now I'm going to go back in with that big fluffy tongue-shaped brush and blending that all out. After that is all blended out, I'm going to be taking a flat shader brush or C brush, taking this color Bananas, which is a yellow gold shade, and it's very pretty and it will complement the green. And I'm going to be placing that on my inner corners and then dragging it down under my lash line to meet that brown. Now again with that same brush, I'm just going to tap it off, and I'm going to be taking the color Extra Creamy and putting that on my brow bone. As I put this on, I'm just dusting it very lightly and bringing it down just a smidge to help make that transition between the shades very soft and subtle. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to be going in with the e.l.f. Expert Liner Liquid, and this is just a black shade, and e.l.f. has very, very good liquid liners, and I'm just going to be creating a very small wing, but it will also, again, help to emphasize the shape of the eye so it's not lost in all the smokiness. So I'm going to take it all the way into my inner rim too, keeping it thinner there. And to do a wing, I just draw one thin line first, outlining my eye. And then I go ahead and I follow the lash line and just create a little flick. And I don't want it too high, so I'm just going to do a very tiny one and then connect it to this line that I have drawn. Then I'm going to go back and thicken the outer part of my eye. So after the eyeliner, I'm going to go in with my Unique 3D Fiber Lash Mascara, and I know I used this in my previous video, but I wanted it specifically for this look because it does make a thicker, more dramatic look, and I don't want it to be too in your face. That's why false eyelashes I chose not to use, but you can if you want, or you could just use any mascara that you have lying around. That's totally fine. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to take the gel and just coat my lashes like I would with a regular mascara. After taking the gel, I'm going to go in with the fibers and place these on the middle to ends of my lashes to make it longer and thicker. Now I'm going to go back in with the gel to seal the fibers in. Alright, so I got a little bit on my eyelid, but that's okay. We'll go back in and fix it later. So next for my bottom lashes, I'm going to be taking the L'Oreal Paris Telescopic Mascara in the gold tube. And when applying this, I don't like to wiggle it because I think it coats them too much. I just like to lightly stroke the eyelashes on the bottom. This mascara really helps to lengthen the eyelashes while not making them too thick, which isn't good for the bottom lashes because you don't want them to be too heavy. So now to go back in and clean the lid, I'm going to be taking a spoolie, and I forget who I saw this from on YouTube, but they took this and once it was dry, they just scratched it off very lightly, and it does not mess with your eyeshadow. And after I finished my eyes, I just went in with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade San Paulo, and I just lightly dabbed it on. So anyways, the finished look, and I hope you all enjoyed. Please like and subscribe and leave comments as to what you would like to see next. Thank you!